All right, Ralph here, Boricua Sense. This episode is brought to you in part by the good folks at Torombolo. And tonight, we're going to talk about four scents by our good friends at Paris Corners and Aroma Concepts. Three are from a specific collection, and one will be an honorable mention. Stay tuned. All right, as always, I'd like to ask you guys to like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff to keep this channel going. It's Friday night. It's a little after 8, maybe. Let's start with the honorable mention, and we'll take it from there. This one is a summer release, and it's fantastic. I remember when this was being hyped in the beginning. It was got my curiosity, and I pulled the trigger. And as always, I'm glad I did. This is Taskeen Marina. Put this right there. All right, let's talk about some accords here. The main accords are citrus, fruity, white floral, fresh spicy, fresh green, aromatic, floral, and soft spicy. Now, I don't understand, and as always, to me, Fragrantica is never the holy grail when it comes to these things, especially these votes. 3.87. That is, as they say, a ridiculous, because this thing smells fantastic. The notes on this are simple: grapefruit, black currant, lily of the valley. That's it. It's pretty straightforward. It's le fantastique, as they say in Bible France. Fantastic atomizer. Yeah. This smells so good. And here's the kicker. It's marked as unisex. To me, it's perfectly unisex. And they say it's a clone of some sort of Victoria's Secret Bombshell Beach. I've never heard of it, and I'm not gonna run to my nearest Victoria's Secret to sample this. As always, I treat these as their own thing. But this thing smells fantastic. This smells so awesome. It's great for the summer. It's very fresh, very bright, uplifting. It's one of those that just puts a smile on your face. So get it. Go to Aroma Concepts and order this. Taskeen Marina. All right. Let me get a sip of my coffee here. Now, we're going to start with the collection, which there's 3 in there. And I'm going to go, the first one, I've talked about it before. The next 2 I haven't. So I'm going to start with the one I've talked about before. This is part of the Lure de Spoir. I don't know. Serene Grove. This is another fantastic summer scent. The accords on this one are citrus, aromatic, fresh spicy, fruity, green, sweet, white floral, musky, and powdery. I said it before, this is supposed to be a clone of Pacific Chill. Now, the truth be told, I've never smelled Pacific Chill, but I do have 2 other clones, including this one, that they all are extremely similar, almost 100%. So I can say with confidence that I can tell what it smells like. This one smells beautiful. Now, all these I've worn again, except for 2 actually. This and Taskeen I wore the last couple of weeks. If you're familiar with the Pacific Chill DNA, which you should be by now, considering that there are so many clones out there, Rare Reef, I have that. Rayhan, Pacific Aura, I have that, and it's fantastic. This is phenomenal. They all smell alike. Let's talk about some notes here. The top notes are orange, lemon, mint. Yeah, come on. Black currant. Middle notes are jasmine, basil, fig, and a carrot. The base notes are musk and peach. This is fantastic. That you pick up that mint This honker, the orange, the mint, and the peach is what you get here. And it smells le fantastique. You need to get your hands on this one. If you, honestly, if you have already clones of Pacific Chill, this may be redundant, but I want to try it out. This is beautiful. And they come in the little cylinder thing, which I keep these because those are really cool. I threw the box away for Taskeen Marina. It's just a plain box. It's cool design, but I was clearing boxes and I threw it away. But keeping these. This little cylinder. These are really cool. Serene Grove. All right. The next I'm going to talk about, well, let's just call it what it is. It's called Memories of Summer. Same bottle. Beautiful bottle. These bottles are really cool. Let's talk about some accords. Citrus, fresh, spicy, amber, musky, fresh, aromatic, and powdery. The top notes on this one are grapefruit, bergamot. Middle notes are ginger, base notes amber, and musk. Okay, this is supposed to be a clone of Louis Vuitton Symphony. Now, I have Halash Island Dreams, which is supposed to be the best dupe of Louis Vuitton Symphony. When I ordered this one, I didn't know that was supposed to be it, but I really don't care because I like this one a lot. Now, if you're gonna compare this with Kalash Island Dreams or Halash Island Dreams, same little cylinder looking thing. Man, this is good. They're similar. They're similar, yes. But they're not the same. This one, to me, is more of almost like a lemonade. It reminds me of Kalash Island Dreams, but this, to me, to this thing, is more masculine than Kalash Island Dreams. There's something about this one right here. And like I said, I've never smelled Louis Vuitton Symphony, but this is just phenomenal. It's that grapefruit and bergamot. And maybe that ginger, I don't know, but this is absolutely incredible. This is really, really good. This is really good. Memories of Summer. All right, we're gonna talk about the last one now. So before we do that, I'd like to ask you again, like, subscribe, comment, share. This one is the third one in this series. And I am not gonna sugarcoat it. I am still having a hard time trying to figure this one out. This one's called Arena Intense. All right, let's talk about some of the chords here. The chords are woody. Now, okay. This is what I read. Woody, warm, spicy, powdery, rose, amber, fresh, spicy, balsamic, aromatic, vanilla, and sweet. So I read that and I'm thinking, wow, this is, you got the summer, the spring, and winter right here. It's just awesome. I gotta get these. Now, let's talk about some notes here. The top notes are bergamot. Middle notes are rose, saffron, elemi, pear, black pepper. The base notes are amber, vanilla, sandalwood, patchouli, musk, and dry wood. Now, when this one came in a few days ago, I did a quick test on it. And what I picked up the most, the absolute most, was the rose. And I'm thinking this is definitely not for me at all. This is not masculine. To me personally, there's no masculinity on this whatsoever. We're gonna try it again. It's been sitting for not even a week, but let's just see what happens. If it's changed any, because as I said many times before, I've gotten a lot of aroma concepts scents that when I first get them, I was kind of like, I don't know about this. But literally by the end of that week, it changed. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Now, those that I have tried, and at first I was like, and then they got better. Now I love them. So if this has done any type of change, I'll be able to tell, and let's see what happens. Yep, there's a little cylinder box. Here we go. See, I'm still picking up rose. A lot of rose. A lot of rose. And maybe that LME. I don't know what that, I really don't know what that smells like, but I'm familiar. I'm more familiar with obviously rose and pear. I don't know. This one would have to be the one that I really don't care for. And I hate saying that, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's rose and it's, I don't know what it is. Yeah, as it sits right now, I don't see me wearing this anytime soon. I would have to, and I know my wife. She's not gonna care for this because she's not big. She doesn't like florals. There's some that she does like, but I know she don't like this. Mm-mm. This I'm not digging. And again, I really I hate saying that, but this is just not my cup of tea. I'm gonna have to put it away, let it sit, come back to maybe a month, and I'll do another video about it. Maybe I'll do a quick update. I don't know. But as it stands right now, this is something that I would not wear. Let's put these in order of what I like. That is number one. I'm gonna say Taskeen Marina is number two because I have already, including this, about four clones of Pacific Chill, and then last this one. So there you go. These three right here, man, you cannot go wrong with those as far as for a fresh summer scent. Um, like I think I wore this one the other day, and it was cool in the morning, and then it got warm, so it worked perfectly. So for these next upcoming weeks, the weather's coming like that, yeah, these will work great. So there you go. Again, like, subscribe, and we'll be doing more videos this weekend. So until next time, later.